Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing another unboxing, and here we have the figure from the manufacturer's Kotobukiya, a figure part of its ArtFX J line, a 1/8 scale figure of the character Nicholas D. Wolfwood from the series Trigun. So just in case you don't know, Trigun or Trigun is a manga series originally published in 1995, serialized and shown in Captain by the mangaka Naitao Yasuhiro, which the series also got an anime adaptation in 1998 by Studios Madhouse, which the series also had a movie version which this figure is actually based off of, which is the movie Trigun Badlands Rumble by the same studio back in 2010. Which Trigun also had a modern adaptation back in 2023 by Studios Orange known as Trigun Stampede. So as you can see here in the background, this is the figure's box rotating in 360. So this is actually the Renewal package. So it's actually a re-release of the figure. So like I said before, it's from the original, which was Badlands Rumble, which I'll put a picture up here. So this is the box of the Badlands Rumble, which I don't have, which I got my hands on the Renewal package. Let's take Nicholas D. Wolfwood out the box and see how he looks. So as you can see, here's how Nicholas D. Wolfwood looks straight out of the packaging. As you can see here, he is wrapped in plastic to prevent him from getting any scratches or scrapes on the paint on the figure. So this actually comes in two layers. This is the top layer here, which you actually remove, and on the bottom layer we see here we have a closer look on the Punisher. So let's just remove all this plastic and take Nicholas D. Wolfwood out of the packaging and see how he looks. So before we continue on, you can see here, like every other figure, there is an assembly instructions guide here which shows you how to put the figure together. So it's actually just one flat sheet of paper, so there's not really any need to take it out of the plastic. But yeah, as you can see swappable parts such as hair, hands, and the gun and the hands, and then even a little figure of Naitao. So yeah, let's just see how it looks up close. So here we have is the Badlands Rumble base. So like I said before, this figure is actually originally from the Badlands Rumble movie back in the day, but because this is a Renewal packaging, they just changed the box. But you can see they kept the same base from the original figure where it says Badlands Rumble. So this actually, compared to Vash the Stampedes, it actually has a black glossy finish to the back, and the top is like a flat matted finish. So instead of having it red, it's black. So it looks pretty cool. I like the way it looks. Again, the shape kind of looks like a bat, you know, like if it was Batman. But yeah, compared to Vash's, I think Vash's kind of looks like more like Japan. So here we have a closer look on the actual figures. You can see here, starting from his shoe area, they did a really great sculpt job here on the pants. It makes it actually look like I'm looking at fabric, but it's actually a PVC or like a figure. And they did a really nice paint job, and I like the shading they did on the actual figure. But I like his cufflinks there with the cross, and they did a really nice job. I like the way, I think he's almost posed exactly like Vash, where he's like slightly tilted back and aiming, which is a really great piece to have side by side with a Vash the Stampede. But you can see he has his regular dress attire, you know, because Nicholas D. Wolfwood is like what do you call his group he followed. So you can see he's popped his collar, and he's posed, aiming, and they did a really nice job with his like dress shirt. You can see all the creases and a lot of details on it. I love the way that they made it look like it looks like fabric, and I really like the way they sculpted it. Here's a closer look on his hand. There's one thing I don't like is this thumb there, since you actually have to remove that to put his gun in. It looks a bit weird having a line straight through his hand. That's the only downside I do have with the figure. Here's a closer look on his face. I think they really did a really nice job on his face. Really captures his look how he did in like the manga or like in the anime. And here's a closer shot on his hair, which is weird because you actually remove the whole entire hair. I do love there they put a lot of detail on his chest area there. But other than that, it looks really great. I like the way it looks. Here's the top, there's a line going through his hair. Like I said before, you do remove it to replace him with his hair with glasses on, which I guess it's pretty unique, but yeah, it's a really great figure. I like the way it came out. So here's a closer look on Nicholas D. Wolfwood's pistol here. As you can see here, I'm not really a gun head, so I had to actually look it up myself. So I think this gun is a Greater 2043 pistol, 45 automatic round gun. So it looks really great. So let's just place it on his actual hand. So here we have is a closer look on Nicholas D. Wolfwood's Punisher. So as you can see here, I do like the way it's like wrapped around in like cloth and stuff, because I think in the anime it's to keep it from the elements or the winds in the desert lands or in the wastelands. So I do like the way it actually looks. I kind of like the cross type style the gun actually has, which I think there was two versions of this gun, or maybe it was one. There was one where it was like a big machine gun, while there was another one where it had like where you can keep pistol rounds or like pistol guns on like the short side of it, and the long side is like a gun. And do be careful with this little fabric area here. It is bendable, but I don't think it's supposed to actually bend as much, but I do like the way it came out. There's an extra hand or a right hand here holding. Strap actually goes onto the Punisher itself, so when he's like posed, you can hold onto the Punisher. So as you can see, a closer look here, it looks really great. So let's just swap out this hand with his other right hand and place it onto the actual Punisher. Here we have this other swappable hair piece, which actually has the glasses attached to it. So I'm thinking it's because his bangs are in the way. They didn't give you like you know how Vash Stampede you can place the glasses on him, but here it's attached to the hair. But I think it's because of the bangs, so they decided to put it onto the hair. So just like Vash, this is actually really delicate, so do be careful when you're handling this, and make sure you move it with caution, because you can actually break the glasses. So just like Vash Stampede, we do get a little bonus figure here. So here on this we have is Nightow's actual base here, which you do get a little depiction of Nightow like he usually draws himself in manga. A little version of himself here, which is pretty funny. You do shove this underneath him, so I can see why he does that shocked facial expression. I'd be shocked too if I alright, you know what, forget it. So here we have his closer shot of the actual figure, which is pretty cute. Little funny too. So you know, if you read the manga, you'll know what I'm talking about when I say this is the depiction of himself being drawn. So yeah, so I'll just let this rotate a bit and we'll continue on. Alright guys, so that was Kotobukiya's ArtFX J 1/8 scale figure of the character Nicholas D. Wolfwood. And I gotta say, I really do love the way this figure looks. I'm a big fan of Nicholas D. Wolfwood and also Vash the Stampede. So I remember seeing these figures back in the day, but people were reselling this for like a lot. So the fact that they repackaged this and re-released it, I'm really glad because I'm able to get my hands on this. So I don't know if there's a difference between this and the original packaging version. If there is, and if you do have it, please tell me below, because I think it's almost the same unless there's something different about it. So anyways guys, I'm gonna leave it off here. I don't want to keep dragging the video on too long, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll leave you guys off with closer shots and other views of the figure and different swap outs and stuff like that, and close-up shots of the figure. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.